welcome you guys. I know we are on a different time for this particular recap, right, Trish?
We are, yes, yes. Had to do it.
Yeah. And Keisha's working this weekend, and I know she had to leave town today. So yeah, she's working tomorrow. So I said, you know what? Let's just go ahead and get this taken care of. Plus, I got some stuff to do myself.
There you go.
All right, so welcome you guys to CBS Soap Dish Recap, where Trish and I will be recapping both The Young and the Restless and The Bold and the Beautiful for the week of January 30th through February 3rd. And to me, I actually think Young and the Restless was the most interesting this week.
I thought so too. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, Bold was riding high for the last several months, right?
Hmm.
But then I don't know. We kind of fell off when we got the whole Bill and Sheila thing. And so after that, it just looked like it just hit rock bottom. Plus, we lost, Ridge is not on screen. Thomas took a break. So Bold kind of went left a little bit, but The Young and the Restless has been picking up. So I'm happy about that.
I feel the same way.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we'll go ahead and do the summary, break down the storyline, and then we also have our flip the script segment, and we will also do our who's taking a seat this week as well. All right. So let's go ahead and do the summary. Okay. And Dewan says, "Hey, welcome, Dewan. He heard a rumor that Sheila gets shot. Did you hear anything about that?"
I did not.
Okay, you got to give us some more intel, Dewan.
Please.
Hey Nina, how are you? Welcome. Come on in, get comfortable. I know it's a Friday night. We usually do our live chats on Saturday morning, but it's a little bit different this week. So, hey Jessica, uh, she said, when is Ridge coming back? I'm trying to think. I heard it was 3 months. Now he's been gone since what? Early December.
I think so. Yeah, if you think about the recording dates.
Yeah, it was like early December or something. So I'm assuming maybe February. I mean March. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe he'll. I don't know if he'll be back in time for February sweeps.
Yeah, well, I didn't see anything. I did a spoiler sweep video for February, and I didn't
Hmm.
see anything on there about Ridge at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. Hey, George Williams, welcome. And George Hudson, I'm glad that you were able to find the live. Great, welcome. He said Dewan said he saw it on Instagram and would and he said he would love if Sheila got shot.
So y'all all know that I want Sheila off the cliff.
I think you want Diane to go with her.
I do.
Yeah. I know you're not a Diane fan, so
Oh, I love Diane, but I love to hate
oh,
Diane. She's got way too many passes, way too fast.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and start with The Young and the Restless. I'm going to read the summary for the week and then we'll just go storyline by storyline. All right, so Sally worries about what Adam would think when her pregnancy starts showing. Diane hopes Phyllis won't attempt to ruin her relationship with Jack. Lily is offended by Abby. Devon lashes out at Lily, and Tucker tips Daniel off about Phyllis flying to Portugal. Adam admits that he's a slacker, and Jack confronts Kyle for colluding with Victor, and Summer resents Victor for interfering with Kyle and Jack. And then finally, Sally tells Nick Adam could be the father. Jack surprises Diane with romance. Nate and Victoria discuss stealing Tucker's business before sharing a kiss. So, where you want to start at?
Let's start with Tucker and his business being like practically in debt up to his eyeballs.
Yeah, that
And
was interesting to me.
Me too, because he's staying at this fancy hotel. I mean, is he just racking up debt? What's happening with that? And that was never even something on the radar because he was looking to make this big investment when the IPO happened. You can't do that without cash.
Yeah, I mean, because it doesn't make sense. How are you going? You were just going to take over the business like Jabot and Chancellor Winters in name only? You know what I'm saying? If he didn't have any
Yeah.
money to run businesses, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That was weird. I when I heard that this week, I'm
Hmm.
like, what do you mean he's in debt up to his eyeballs?
That was out of left field for me. And what's interesting is that it actually this week ended with Victoria and Nate talking about taking over McCall.
Right.
And and she didn't tell Nate that he's up to his eyeballs in debt.
No.
So, and the whole thing with Nate this week and Audra, the whole situation has been very interesting. I'm actually looking forward to seeing how this goes down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The one had he just posted. He said the only thing I've been hearing about Ridge is that he's coming back with a woman named Delia.
Huh.
Yeah, I haven't heard any of that. Oh, Keisha is in the live. She hey Keisha.
Hi, Keisha.
I told her we were going to be on, so she was pop in and listen.
Oh,
Um,
good, good.
the one says, "See, like Bill Tucker is not being the great businessman like he thought." Yeah, I don't know. That was weird because Tucker has always been this sly billionaire. Because remember, he's supposed to be a billionaire too, right?
Right. Exactly. Because yeah, I mean, they're all those families. They're all moguls of some sort. Yeah, it just didn't make any sense. And I don't know when you have that amount of debt, and then you're trying to get Daniel's company, and now Newman wants Daniel's company, and nobody was even supposed to know Daniel had a company.
Exactly, exactly. Keisha says she have on her earbuds like a nerd sitting at the bar.
Well, we're so glad you do. I wish we were at the bar with you.
Yeah, I don't know. That was just weird out of left field. They dropped that in the storyline out of nowhere, and I'm like, what? So I guess they had to come up with some form of plot to make it interesting. Now I will say, I am always open for a good hostile takeover on a TV show.
Yeah, for sure. I do like it better whenever it's our everyday stable companies that are the ones doing the takeover instead of these, coming on and taking over kind of stuff. Like because we don't have anything invested in the new stuff coming on or the comebacks after years being gone. Whereas like our whole entire existence of watching the show, we're invested in Newman Enterprises, we're invested in Jabot, and we're invested in Chancellor and now Chancellor Winters.
Right.
But like the call went away, so it definitely makes me happier that they're going for his company instead of vice versa.
Yeah, yeah, that's interesting. Simone Francois says none of this is making any sense. How can Tucker take over anything if he's broke?
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree with that. It just doesn't make sense at all. But it makes for good soap opera drama.
It,
So yeah, I'm here for that. And the thing is that do you think Tucker is gonna find out? Because remember, who was that? I think that was Victoria telling, like you said, Victoria telling Nate, because Audra is sniffing around him, correct?
well, yeah. I mean, she and Tucker were just together, and she didn't act like she was a person who was going to betray him.
Right.
So I still don't know what to make of her. I don't trust her.
Yeah, some, you got my thing is those two, both Nate and Audra, they both were, I guess, objects of betrayal. Now, I know that the Newmans are using them as a way of being scandalous enough to do the dirty work, but you
Right.
can't tell me that they 100% trust those two.
Exactly. And I think that might be why she didn't tell him that McCall is in debt up to his eyeballs. But then, of course, probably because of the alcohol loosening her up. She wasn't wound up so tight. Then she goes in for the lip lock, and well, he joined. So I don't know what I don't know. We
Yeah.
talked about that before, you
I
know.
know, I know. It's just weird. Um Keisha said I assume that he's trying to use other companies to restore his own. That makes a good point.
It's a very good point.
Nina says so for someone who's been in an ashram accident and doesn't spend money on socks, how is Tucker broke? That's a good one. That's a good one. And yes, listen, Dewan, there's some good storylines that's coming up in February. I don't know if you subscribe to this channel, but I did a February sweeps preview for both soaps because he's like, "Are y'all going to get me back into Y&R?"
I hope so.
Listen, I totally understand the one because Y&R kind of fell off in the fall. So Bold and the Beautiful with the whole CPS thing with Thomas was really keeping us on our toes, right?
Mhm.
And then once that fell off, now we're trying to get back into Y&R probably as much as you are. Um,
Definitely.
Keisha said something about failed ventures. What about failed ventures, Keisha? Give me some more details. Yeah, so I'm interested to see what happens in regards to how they're going to do it. Now, I will say, with what's coming up this month, it's pretty interesting because as much as they're trying to take over Tucker's company, it also involves Adam.
Mm,
Yeah. So
mm.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about Y&R. I don't know about Bold. I'll talk about Bold later, but yeah, with some of the stuff that's coming up, I'm pretty darn interested in it. Oh, okay. So Keisha said Tucker's failed ventures is maybe the reason why he's broke. Yep,
Yeah.
that's true. All right. Hey, honey, smile. Welcome. I was wondering if you were going to pop in, girl. All right. Did you have anything else on the whole Tucker thing?
No, I mean you kind of led right into the whole Adam thing, and I think it's I'm so glad that it's out in the open and that that whole ridiculousness with Kyle and Victor is now known to everybody that needs to know what's going on.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about that too because I felt a little underwhelmed this week about because I
It,
was so excited about that coming out. Remember
mhm,
when we were on the call last week
yep,
and I was like, "Oh my God, Kyle and Victor's gonna be exposed this Wednesday. I can't wait!" Right? And then we get
right.
there, and then Adam is like, "Well, I didn't want to work there anyway. I'm a slacker." I'm like,
I know
"No,
that was just
no."
it was kind of one of those scenes where it would be where you'd hear in the background, wah, wah.
Exactly. I wanted, listen, wait a minute, hold on, because we got some comments, but I want to say my piece. Um, Keisha said, I think he's probably wealthy, broke, not normal people broke. Yeah, he probably got
Right?
right, he probably got a few pennies in the bank. Um,
Those offshore accounts.
right. Getting to the roots. Welcome. My first time seeing you here. Thanks for coming into the chat. She says, "Hey, I thought they brought Nate on the show for Victoria, but she didn't seem to be interested. But now she is all in. I'm sorry for his girlfriend." She's talking about, yeah, that was crazy. I actually thought that they was going to try to put Audra because Audra flirted with him for a minute too.
Yeah,
Remember?
did. Yes, I remember that. I do. So, what did you think? Did you feel chemistry between Victoria and Nate, or did you just kind of feel like it was alcohol?
I think it was blaming on the alcohol. You know that I don't know if you heard this song, "Blaming on the alcohol,"
Yeah,
blaming on the henny, even though I think they had bourbon. Um,
exactly.
but yeah, I didn't see any passion in there. I see some attraction on Victoria's end,
Uh huh.
but I gotta say Nate didn't stop the kiss either.
He didn't stop it, but he was a little surprised, I think.
Oh yeah, he was shocked. Yeah, he was shocked. Hold on, let me see. Do you think? Hold. Oh, okay. I want to make sure I don't want to skip all the comments. Hey, I thought, okay, so Honey Smile said, do you think Tucker and Phyllis might get together?
Mm.
Ashley is coming back this month. So, yeah.
I'm
Jackson.
just gonna say my 2 cents is that I hope not.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if they do, I'll be sitting here watching it, waiting to see where they take it. But
I know, right?
hope not. Yeah.
Dewan says, I saw on Instagram that Sheila was going to Genoa City. I've seen that as well.
Oh no, no,
Well,
stop.
that's
Make it stop.
but that's because Lucy is coming to
Yeah,
town, and Lucy is the granddaughter.
right.
That's Daisy's daughter, which Daisy is Sheila Carter's daughter, which is also Finn's sister. um, okay, let's see. Okay, hey Vinny. Um, George Hudson said, "Do you think Ashley may be working against Tucker behind the scenes?" You know what, George? Part of the sweeps for February included that she is working on something against Tucker, so that's a possibility. I did do that. I did bring that up in my spoiler video. Uh,
I hope so.
yeah, that would be good. Keisha said Audra flirts with any man that looks at her.
Yes, she absolutely does. She turns it on. It must be exhausting to
Mhm.
be on all the time.
I know, right? The girl just oozes with sensuality.
She does.
Honey Smile said Nate is no different from Devon, a bunch of cheaters.
Yep.
Listen, everybody been cheating in this show, both shows.
Exactly.
George says Audra is a character that they can't figure what to do with. I'm surprised the
I
Newmans
agree.
aren't holding her accountable for the whole Noah thing. But if she, well, here's the thing: Noah, the character, is on recurring status. So if you notice, we haven't seen him in a while. So Allie, the girl that plays Allie, and the guy that plays Noah Newman, they're back on recurring status. So we won't see much of them. The
That's
one,
kind of a shame.
say it again.
I said that's kind of a shame.
Yeah, it sucks. You brought the guy all the way back from Europe only to have him on screen just to meet up with Allie and then disappear. You brought her all the way from LA.
Right. You got us all invested in Allie, and now she's not here, and now we're stuck with Diane. Okay.
And listen, she's gonna be on screen for a while, so you gotta get
She
used to
is.
it.
Oh no, I know. Again, I love to hate her.
I know you do.
And
I
I did
know.
actually today. I did have some positive feels between her and Jack, and then I went, "Stop! What are you doing? Oh my God, no!"
Well, and you know what? I said the same thing when I saw them today. They are really trying to sell us on Jack and Diane.
Yeah, and then of course the song is the only thing I keep thinking about.
Right. Let's see. Lucy is, yeah, that's correct, George. Lucy is her granddaughter, Sheila Carter. I thought that Phyllis and Diane were the same, both like guys like Tucker. Hmm. So Phyllis and Diane were the same, both like, oh, they like the same type of man. Gotcha. That's what you thought. Hey, Amaya. Amaya says the actor that plays Noah is done doing something on Netflix. Yeah, I mean, honestly, when you work on these soaps and they don't give you anything to, you know, to chew on as a storyline or a script, you got to
You got
find work elsewhere.
Yep, yep.
Yep.
In fact, I saw a video on Instagram with Kelly Kruger, who played Mac, and she was saying how she was on the soap, she was earning a great living, doing well, and then the character got written off, and then she worked in the kitchen at a friend's restaurant.
Yeah, I think
And
I
it
heard
was a
something
whole
about
interesting
that.
story. That's how she got into the whole foodie thing. But all that to say, if you go check it out, you guys, it was really a cool video telling her story about how she got into doing the influencer thing and with the food, preparation. She
Gotcha.
was really a good story.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna have to check that out. So I want to go back to the whole no Adam thing.
Uh-huh.
I was so disappointed because, like I said, when we were on the call last week, and I
Mm-hmm.
was excited about Kyle being busted because not only undermining Adam, but he lied to his wife.
Yep.
And so when Adam came and told Jack, hey, Kyle is colluding with Victor and blah blah blah. And then we saw the next day that not only Adam was telling Chelsea, I don't think I've been slacking. I don't want to be there. And I'm like, oh man, you just took the wind out of that.
Yep.
And then Jack was like, yeah, I noticed it too. He hasn't been doing a great job.
Right. Crazy
I'm,
town.
I'm like, y'all killing me with this storyline. Y'all just ruined it for me. But anyway,
Right.
because what's happening is it's leading Adam back to Newman, which sucks because it's just a continuous vicious cycle.
It absolutely is. Sorry, I dropped something in the background. It is, and he doesn't want to go back there. So I wonder if this is where they're going to make him go off and do something different. If he's is he getting involved with Tucker? I mean, what's the deal?
Well, okay, so I'll tease you with a little bit of something. So spoiler alert, you guys. Apparently by um okay, so Victor has the now he wants to have the final say because he wants Adam and Newman so bad that part of the deal that he's going to make with Victoria and Nicholas for them to go after Tucker's company is that they have to agree to take Adam back in the fold. Otherwise, he's not going to do it.
Huh?
Which is just crazy to me because the writer should have just left Adam where he was. I thought that was the greatest thing ever for him to be CEO over at Jabot.
Yeah, I did too. And I mean, in the beginning, I wanted him to go do something on his own, but it didn't happen. So that was definitely the next best thing.
Right. I agree with you because I said the same thing. I remember when we were doing
Hmm.
the podcast last year, I'm like,
Yep.
do your own thing, Adam. Do your own thing. Well, of course they didn't let him do it, so they sent him over to Jabot, and I was like, okay, I'll settle for that. And now we're
Especially
back.
if they got under Victor's skin.
Right, exactly, exactly. And it was a CEO position. But here's the crazy thing about that. Kyle is complaining that he was never at work, right?
Right.
But you were the one that were running him away from Jabot. I remember that whole Tessa's photo shoot.
Yes, I do.
And Adam was like, "Hey, I'm this new CEO. I need to see what's going on." And he was like, "You don't deserve to be here. You have no place here." Blah blah blah. So you shoo him away, and then as he stay away and do work elsewhere, then you complain that he's not at work.
Well, yeah, because whether you do or you don't, you're damned. So you can't. It's just not going to work.
Kyle is getting on my nerves, and I know Kyle is
Yeah.
getting on Keisha's nerves because she she was messaging me during the week about Kyle. And I mean, he's irritating at this point. It's one thing I thought it was kind of cute that he wanted, of course, to reunite with his mom, and we talked about that, right?
Yeah, but come on, man, grow up.
I mean, but did you see what he did? He backpedaled this week on that.
Hmm.
So he was pleading, "Oh, give my mom a chance. She's changed. I want to give her a chance." And then as soon as her and Jack get together, "Oh, don't trust her. Are you sure she's?" I'm like, "Wait a minute. You went through a whole jury heist. Hid her at the Abbott cabin from Jeremy Stark,
Yep.
and then this week it's like, Dad, don't trust her." It's like what?
Right. And the way he talked to Summer,
Mm-hmm.
that to me, I mean, Summer is being way too nice to Diane and letting Kyle get away with way too much right now.
I know, right?
Put her foot down. She needs to be Phyllis's daughter and speak up because she's basically everything that they said wouldn't happen happened.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the whole thing has just been one lie, one made up story. There's one, and now Diane says there's nothing else. We all know something else is coming. We're not stupid.
Yep, I said the same thing. I said it's got to be more to the story.
Mm-hmm.
What else is going to pop out of the closet when it comes to Diane?
It's going to be something big.
Yeah, because they're making it too comfortable and too close for Jack and Diane. I mean,
Too
Jack
quick.
is Jack is talking about that whole teardrop of love that Dina gave them. I'm like, dang, I forgot about that stone.
I know, me too. Nobody's been wearing their special jewelry.
Exactly. I'm like, what? So, oh, the teardrop of love brought you to me, and
That was
I'm
so
like,
cool.
I was like, really, Jack?
Yeah.
Really? Diane been lying her way through the last 6 months, and you almost went to jail for her, and you almost gave away $500,000. Really? The,
Right.
the teardrop of love did all that too, right?
Exactly. Oh,
Oh my
that's too
God.
funny.
Okay, girl, we got a ton of comments. Oh yeah, it is. Happy birthday, Mark Grossman. It's a lot of birthdays
Oh,
this week because
cheers
Mark.
to birthdays.
Yeah, Mark is today, and then February 9th and 10th is Sharon, and then what is his name? The guy that played Nick.
Joshua Morrow.
Yes, his birthday is coming up. It's a ton of birthdays between the next 2 months, and they look like a group of them are all right together. Because in April you got Abby and you got Nikki and well Melissa and you got the woman to play Nikki and of course Eric
Melody
Braden,
Scott.
yeah
Mm-hmm.
Melody. All of them are just clumped together in certain spots. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of birthdays on the soaps the next couple months. All right, let me see. So the Newmans do Adam dirty. Yes, they do. Yes, they
Every
do.
time.
Um, Adam likes being at Newman. Amaya says Adam likes being at Newman. Makes sense. He likes the nature of how they do business. He did say that.
Mm-hmm.
And he also actually gave his dad some credit saying that as much as I don't like it, his instincts are spot on when it came to him. And I'm like, really, writers? Get that man some autonomy. These people don't like him.
Well, yeah, and you know, we're exhausted from 6 months ago he's there, now he's here, then he's over there, and then he's back over here. I mean, can he be somewhere for more than 3 months?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Honey Smile said all of Victor kids are filthy rich, but they want to work under that shady old man.
Well,
Um,
nepotism runs deep, right?
right. The ones that last I remember, Jack was close with Adam, and they're both smart. Kyle need to be careful. Yeah, I like the friendship between Jack and Adam.
Me too. I wish there was a friendship between Adam and Nick.
Ugh, yeah, I just
Bothers me.
did you hear what Summer said this week? Well, and
It's hard.
when she was talking to Victor about Adam, and she was like, "Well, it was only because she gave Faith a kidney." I'm like, "Just a kidney?"
Oh, yeah, that was ridiculous.
I was like, "Are you you know what? They use that man." Because my thing is, and look, I mean, I'm not saying they gotta be on their knees praising him to the highest level of whatever, right?
Maybe
But
you should, though.
they just take it so lightly that that man gave up a whole organ
Hmm.
to save Faith, and even Faith was kind of persnickety about it too before she left. Oh yeah, well, I guess I have to be nice. He did give me a kidney. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Oh my God, girl. Everybody's talking. Thank you guys for jumping in the comments. It's a ton of them.
How
Um,
fun.
yes, tell me about it. Maybe we'll do Friday nights as kind of switch it up because obviously different nights, and I see a lot of new faces in here too.
Excellent.
George says they have reinvented Summer, and I'm not buying it. I want to see her go back to being Phyllis's daughter. That's what you were just saying. that she need to like be
Get some
Phyllis's.
edge back. Yeah. Because, I mean, when Summer was a kid, she was sweet. She had Mr. Ears. She was always just lovable. And then, of course, they had her run away. Um, then when she came back, she had stolen a car. She'd gone through a trust fund. Have no clue why all that happened. There was
Mm-hmm.
never an explanation, well, other than what I think is because of what Abby did to her,
Mm-hmm.
sleeping with her husband. That's the only thing I can think of as to why Summer ran away. But why she did all the other things that she did when she came back, like with, to Phyllis with Billy and all that stuff, I don't know why she was so awful to Phyllis when she came back. That was not ever made clear. So if anybody knows why, please let me know. But I love Hunter King, and she did a fantastic job. I miss her. I do like the new. I can't remember her name. Is it Allison?
Yeah, I
Um,
think it's Allison.
she is a great actor, and she had humongous shoes to fill, and she's bringing a different kind of effervescence to the character. But there needs to be an edge, because Phyllis had an edge, and you cannot be Phyllis's kid without that somewhere in there.
Exactly. I agree with you on that. You can. They're like polar opposites to me. The two Summers.
Yeah. Yes.
You know. V Carter, welcome. He said, rest in peace, Christoph St. John. I forgot it was February 3rd, 2019.
Oh, rest in peace, Christoph. We love and miss you.
Yes. Oh my God, that was one handsome man. I gotta say.
He was a great man. He really was. I remember watching him in the Bad News Bears when I was a kid.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I forgot. I'm glad he mentioned that. Thank you for that, V. However, there is a comment that you probably would like. That
What?
Diana's a snake, and I can't wait for Jack to learn the truth.
We want him to get bit by the cobra.
Simone says, I always thought Adam, when he took Dark Horse from Nick, he should have ran it as his own business and stay out of Newman business like Abby did. After the
Yep.
dating app failed, Abby said, peace out. Yeah, now see, that's interesting because Abby has had her business and it's been going pretty well for a while now.
In fact, she's the only one of the kids that stuck to her guns and stayed away.
Yeah. Why can't we do that for Adam?
I don't know.
I don't know. I just,
Because his name is Victor Adam.
yeah, and I mean, the only person, okay, I'll just say with Victor. Victor is the only one that wants him there.
Right.
Nobody else wants him there. I mean, Nicholas plays two in the middle because
Yeah.
he talked trash about Adam once again to Victor at the office, and then he gets over to society and then snitches on Victor about what he's doing. That's crazy
Yeah.
to me.
I think I was glad he did it.
Yeah, I was glad he told, but it's just that I don't like wishy washy, flip floppy people.
He is a wishy
You
washy.
know, you talking two, like I said, playing two in the middle. You telling this person one thing, and then you going back and telling me what they said too, and it's like, dude, that's just
Mm-hmm.
messy. But
Exactly.
but it is a soap though. Yes, thank you, Honey Smile. Yes, hit that like button. I appreciate it. It lets the algorithm know that you are enjoying the content. So yes, we really appreciate that. Thank you, Honey Smile. All right, yeah. Amaya says Adam gave that kidney for Sharon. He claims he loved her. I hope he would love her daughter regardless who her dad is. Yeah, that I just Adam is selfless. Yes, have he done some horrible things? Yeah, but everybody else has too.
Yeah, they have, and not everybody else can say that they saved a person 3 different times in their life.
Yeah. Honey Smile also said Victoria and Adam's kids are siblings and cousins, but she is the main one who always stay mad at Adam. She's threatened by him and knows that Adam is more like Victor and she's imitation crab meat. Oh my God, that was funny. George says I'm almost ready to bring back Mary Jo Mason for Jack. Um, what else we got? Oh yeah, Visa. I remember very young Kristoff from that old movie Sister featuring Diane Carroll, Irene Cara, Rosalind Cash. You can find it on the Real Back channel. Oh, Real Black channel on YouTube. Okay, cool. And then Amaya said Nick wasn't being wishy washy or playing two in the middle. He told Adam he was only telling him because he didn't want him back there. Yeah,
He
that
did
is
say,
true. He did say that. He did say that. Yeah, but why not? You don't even want to be there because you don't like what Victoria is doing with Nate and Audra. Why are you there?
yeah, I mean, his whole going back and everything was still, I look at that and I'm like,
You know,
no,
you know
not
what?
good.
He's not cut out for that. He should have just stayed at New Hope, ran his own, real estate business or whatever, and call it a day.
Right.
All right, let's move on to another storyline. What about Sally and Nick and Adam? Now,
So,
go ahead.
I'm sorry. So I honestly thought that Nick already knew that the baby could also be Adam's because how do you not have common sense? But when they told it today, it was like it was brand new information.
That's what a lot of people were saying. I saw that in my comment section that people were actually thinking that Nick already knew. To
That's what I
me,
thought.
I would think that he would have already known too. You walked in on them finishing up.
Right. I mean, uh, this the sheet wasn't even dry yet.
Nope. The stench was still in the room. Listen, she was still in her robe. The bed was still messed up. So I mean, come
There
on.
was still sweat on the brow, for God's sake.
You stupid. Oh my god, you so funny. Oh my god. Amaya says he does already know. Nick says it's okay Monday. Oh, I haven't seen the Monday episode. I usually when I do the podcast or what we're doing the live on Saturday morning, I usually have seen the Monday's episode. I haven't seen it yet.
So he did understand that that was the case, is what we're saying.
I'm assuming that's what Amaya says.
Thank you, Amaya. That I'm now can let that go because man, I was watching this going, how can he not understand? Like this is the understood you, right? How can you not understand? So thank you for clarifying that. I can't wait to see next week.
Yeah, me too. Also too, the paternity of that child is coming out this month. So
Yeah.
I want to know who it is. A lot of people are saying it's Adam.
You know, I don't know what I've thought one thing every time something happens in the last 2 years that I think is going to happen with the show, they do the exact opposite. So I have no clue what to say.
I mean, the viable, because we don't even get to see Christian, and now you're gonna give him another kid.
Right.
I mean, I could see if they gave Adam another kid, that'll be child number two for him. Well, technically three, but living child number two. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping so. I really, really hope so that it's Adam's kid.
Yeah. I There's a part of me that wants it to be Nick's just because of they're being together right now, but you know how I feel about Sally and Adam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to this whole Devon lashing out at Lily and that whole conversation with Abby and Lily. I'm like, okay, so why would okay, this is my opinion. It might be an unpopular one. I don't understand. I understand that they were having a conversation and Lily kind of wanted to know how she felt about it. But then she inserted Abby into it to convince Devon to change his mind. That's where I drew a line at.
Yep, yep, yep.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, why would you? And I could see why Devon was pissed off by saying, "How dare you try to get Abby to convince me to change my mind?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the whole conversation that Lily had with Abby. I couldn't believe it, first of all, that Lily had the audacity, whenever she's always preaching to keep, things separate and focus on, the thing that you're supposed to be focused on. And this is not Abby's focus. Like, Abby and Devon share a child. They don't share a business. And yes, Abby might have been there, but you could see how uncomfortable she was. And she did leave, and she chose to leave, which should have shown you that she didn't want to be involved. And yet, in her restaurant, you hoist this upon her and ask her this impossible question. And then when she says something, you rear up at her, like, and say, "How dare you question my what?"
Mm-hmm.
That whole conversation was ridiculous. And I love Lily. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling Lily this week. I just mm-mm. And the other thing is the man is willing to pay you for the company and some.
Right.
And that's still not enough for you? I
Well,
mean,
yeah, and I
seriously.
feel like she's doing him a favor by giving him the name. He gets the name. Get out.
Yeah, exactly. Honey Smile said Lily is in desperation to keep this deal. Neither of those companies are hers, and she never put a dime into either of them. She collects
Nope.
paychecks, or did she
Yep.
forget? I mean,
She
seriously.
forgot.
And then she wants to call it a partnership, but she's not acting like a partner when it comes to Devon. It's
She's
like Jill and I told you what to do, and you need to do it. And it's like, no,
right.
that's not how that works.
Nope, it's not. And I have even said in the past that when Devon punched Nate should have sued him and taken Hamilton Winters, and he didn't. And now I'm annoyed with Nate, and I'm glad he didn't at this point. But back then I was annoyed with Devon, so I wish he would have done that. But now I'm annoyed with Lily and Jill because Devon and his dad, I mean, they literally built that from nothing.
Exactly.
And you can have
Exactly.
the name? Are you kidding?
Yeah, I mean, they really want to keep the company and tell him to go start something on his own from scratch.
No, because he did everything with all the talent. He did all of it. No, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't understand why they don't see that. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yep,
I just, and Chancellor is a huge conglomerate.
exactly.
You got plenty of industries. The Chancellor Winters is not some big behemoth that you like, oh my God, if we separate, it's going to just damage us to you know, to
If
oblivion.
if Chancellor Winters if Chancellor woke up tomorrow with Hamilton Winters valuation, they would plummet themselves off the top of the Empire State Building. Hamilton Winters is like hundreds of millions.
Mm-hmm.
Chancellor is billions,
Right.
with a big billions.
Mm-hmm.
So this little business unit, which should have never been an equal partnership in the first place, that was ridiculousness. Never understood that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I know they had to do it for the viewers and how to come together and all that, but that whole storyline, I've not been a fan of it ever since it started.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. And he don't understand why. He even said, I don't trust going and continually being as part of your partnership because they're
Yep.
not making the right decisions. You've had not one, but two moles in the company trying to undermine it, and you still want to go public.
Right.
I
Thinking
mean,
it's perfectly safe when it's absolutely not.
yeah, oh, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. And Devon is like, nah, 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 nah. I gave you guys chances and I got burned twice. So no,
Yep.
thank you.
Yeah,
And I don't blame him.
I don't either.
And he's willing to give you top dollar and some to get his company back, and that's still not good enough. Nope. Jill, I mean, yeah, both Jill and Lily need to go sit down somewhere.
That's it. Those are, yep, yep, yep.
Yep. So I look like in the comment section, everybody is pretty much on Devon's side.
Good.
Yeah, and V Carter says this IPO has had nearly two takeovers. That's a sign that they need to chill out on the sale.
Exactly. It's snake bit.
Yeah. I mean, and a smart business owner would be like, you know what? Let's just put this on hold,
Hmm.
let the dust settle, and we'll revisit this maybe in another 2 to 3 years or so, or
Right.
longer. But not
Or
just
never.
right or never. Not you've already had two takeovers or almost. So why would you? Yeah, yeah. I would be if I was Devon. I'd be like, you know what? I ain't saying nothing. And he's been pretty adamant. He don't want to hear nothing they got to say.
No. Well, because he says what he has to say, and they just keep ramrodding him.
Now we do have a little bit of a difference of opinion. Nina says Devon, the self-proclaimed business genius, shouldn't have not signed the contract. I agree with
I
that
agree.
too. Here's the
And
thing.
he
Hmm.
knew he shouldn't have signed it, and he did it anyway.
Yeah, and the thing is, Amanda had to talk him into it.
Yes, she did.
Amanda talked him into it, and because his gut was like, "Nah, I'm gonna keep my company private. I'm not going to join forces." But then she was like, "Oh, don't worry about it. I'll watch the legal thing. This will be a great opportunity. I want to be with my family in business. You should be with your family in business." Amanda, that is your dream for your business, not his.
Exactly.
But he has to take accountability on the fact that he signed on the dotted line too. We can't
Yes,
forget
sir.
about that, you know.
Yep.
So I totally get it, but I don't like it.
No, I'm with you 100%.
Okay, we talked about the collusion. We talked about Adam being a slacker. We talked about Sally telling Nick that Adam could be the daddy-o. Um, okay, and then we kind of talked about the whole Victoria and Nate thing. I'm just concerned because see, I've heard rumors. I've heard rumors that he's going to be feeling guilty and he's supposed to propose to Elena. I don't know if that part is true, but I heard that.
Hmm. I don't know. I don't know what to expect from him because he's just let me down so much lately.
But you know what? Hey, you know what they say. I think when you start on BS, it usually ends on BS. How did
Yep.
Elena and Nate get together? They cheated on their
No.
partners.
Yep.
And now here we go again. Full circle.
Full circle. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if Nate and Victoria is going to sleep together, but she is definitely going to be attracted to him this month.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, what's not to be attracted to?
Yeah, Nate is a handsome guy, I gotta say.
Yeah,
I'm
he
trying to
is.
think. Did we miss or did we cover it? Oh, Daniel and Phyllis not minding her own business.
Oh, Phyllis. Oh, please. I must have blocked that out on purpose. Phyllis, Phyllis, Phyllis. Why are you going? I
Yeah,
mean,
that's your
when
buddy.
Tucker told Daniel, it was like he literally picked Phyllis up and tossed her off the top of her old hotel.
Yeah, I mean, I said, oh, he's a slickster.
He's a sob is what he is. Yeah, that was something else. I knew he was going to do it. And I'm like, no, no. Oh, you sorry. Oh man,
Man, listen, that
you're rotten.
but the way he did it, he was so comfortable. He act like they were just having a genuine conversation. Oh
Yep,
yeah, your mom. I guess you're excited about the fact of her going to Portugal, and he's looking, and Daniel's looking like what?
he was going to throw up.
Well, here's the other thing that I did not like about Phyllis too, and I know you're a Phyllis fan,
Oh,
but
I love Phyllis, but she's out of line.
well, yeah, but look what she also did the summer before she left. She was like, "Don't tell anybody, and you need to go and watch your brother, so he
Uh-huh.
won't talk to Tucker." And I'm like, "This girl got a kid, a husband, and she
She's
runs a
right.
company." It's like,
Go babysit your brother. He can't handle anything.
it's like, Phyllis. Why are you going to force? And poor Summer's just looking like a deer in headlights because she's dealing with Diane, she's
Yeah,
dealing with Victor and Kyle, and now her mom is pushed her in the corner to do all this other stuff undercover and cover for her.
full blown insane train.
Yeah, I was like, Phyllis, stop. But we all know that, of course, Heather and Lucy will be back on set. Well, they've already been on set, but they'll be on screen this month. So,
Well, I'm excited.
yeah, I'm hoping to bring Sheila Carter to town. You know what it would
Oh,
listen. It would be interesting if Bill came with her and everybody thought he was Brad or Brad's twin brother or something.
no. Okay, now I never thought about that part.
I mean, to make it creative, everybody like a deer in headlights. Abby is looking crazy, like, oh my God. And Bill
Daddy!
Spencer
No.
is right. Bill Spencer's looking like, okay. What
But
do you
I mean, I don't think they can do that because everybody knows who Bill Spencer is because of Spencer Publications.
right, that's true.
Yeah, but I like where you're.
I
I
don't know.
like.
I was just trying to be creative.
I love it. I love it. Don't stop.
Girl, you so funny. Uh, Mary says that Jeremy Stark probably will come back. I read something on Jeremy in the sweeps. It's in my sweeps video, but I don't know. It's something about Jeremy. I forgot. But
Wouldn't mind if he showed up.
why you think he can? So he can throw Diane and Jack under the bus?
Why not? Turnabout's fair play, right?
Yeah. Okay. So let me see. I got some comments. Oh, Mary said Jill don't even care what happened to Billy because that's the other thing. Billy and Chelsea.
Oh,
That's a slow moving. You ever been on a train track? Well, not on the tracks, but you've been at the where the arms are down and the train is moving so slow, and you like, oh come on, that's that relationship.
yeah, and I don't like it at all.
I mean, my thing is give that girl some time to heal. That whole fiasco on the roof of the Grand
Right,
Phoenix was just 2 months ago.
right.
And she was barely in therapy for like a week. And like inpatient.
Hmm.
And then he sent her home. She got a free apartment basically from Sharon.
Right.
And now she's eating popcorn with Billy and going on dates.
No.
I don't know. Yeah, give it some more time. Now, last week I said they were playing tiddlywinks with each other, but maybe they need to take their time. And the other thing is, Lily and Billy just broke up. You know what I mean?
Well,
So,
yeah, and not only that, I mean, I still go back to the very beginning of their whole relationship way back in the day was sick, and I don't care for that.
oh yeah, that's right. You're talking about the grape.
Yeah, I don't like that. These two will possibly be coming together in some
I
kind of
found, but I will say I found that really interesting. Well, I mean, there's been quite a few on both soaps where we had grape situations, didn't we?
yeah.
I don't think they should touch that.
I agree 100%.
Making storylines around it. It's an interesting climate that we live in right now.
Yeah,
So, but I mean, that was I don't know when was that. That was that like over 10 years ago with the whole
yeah.
Billy and Chelsea thing in Myanmar.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, exactly. So, all right. The IPO, Devon. Okay, I think I scroll up instead of down. Um, Elena needs to be pregnant to stop the madness. What do you think?
Oh no, God, no.
Hey, listen, we already dealing with Sally.
Right? Only
um,
one pregnancy on the show at a time.
yeah, I know, right? V Carter says they should get another love interest for Elena.
Yes.
George says I miss Amanda and Amani when they left the story spun out of control. They keep test driving women for Nate, like they test drive women for Carter for the last year.
Yeah, I don't miss Amani, but I do miss
I
Amanda.
like both of them. Amani kind of brought a little spice. I like Amani.
You think? I thought she brought annoying.
Really? You so
Well, I
funny.
just thought for such a beautiful woman, why are you being so needy with Nate? I don't know. I just didn't like that whole knowing he was in a relationship and just the frontal assault the whole time was just.
Well, it
I
was either
He was way too
listen,
good for that.
it was
You
going to
know.
either be Imani, Audra, or Victoria.
Yeah.
One of them. Um, let's,
Uh,
let's see. Vinny says that I'm attracted to him every month. Just saying.
right. There's a club, I think now.
Right. Nate.
We're all lifetime members.
Oh, you are so funny. Honey Smile says Nate better watch out. None of Victoria's men last longer than a year.
They don't.
That's a good one.
But
Um, Nina says he will always be Brad the pool boy to her. Honey Smile said Phyllis is a whole grandmother and is so involved in her kids' life. Just get a man or a hobby, please. Her and Sheila share a grandchild. Poor Lucy. Ooh, that's true.
oh,
Oh my God, you are right. That kid is a combination of Phyllis and Sheila Carter. Wow.
man.
Wow. That's a good point. Um, Billy and Chelsea are both hurting. Yes, that is true. When will they paint Chelsea's door? I get tired of seeing the spots on the door.
I don't know. I bet it's lead paint.
It's something, girl. I listen, V. I know
It's
what
all
you
crackled and dirty and
right. George says if Billy and her got together, wouldn't it be interesting if they were together and Johnny decided he wanted them to? Ooh,
yeah, that
Victoria will explode
yeah, she would.
because she is struggling with that. Amaya says poor Elena, but this is in Nate's DNA. Yeah, well, yeah. He's been
Yeah,
Keisha said absolutely not. Babies don't fix relationships. That is true.
I am right. I agree 100%. We don't need any babies.
Linda said, I felt so bad for Adam when they were all sitting at the table in the coffee house. It looked like he was feeling left out. Yeah, and here's the thing. Did you see Billy throw that? Oh, so are you going to be able to go on a date later? And I'm like, and Adam is looking like WTF.
Right. Yeah, that was. They could have texted after the kids were dropped off. There was,
Girl, you know Billy did that on purpose.
of course,
He was being real passive aggressive with that one.
absolutely.
Yeah, he wanted Adam to know that him and Chelsea was thinking about going out. So, and it
But
definitely
it's
worked.
not a date. This
No,
is not a date. Excuse me, waitress. This is not a date.
you're so funny.
I mean, really?
Yeah, because the lady gave them this is the most romantic table in the house, and I'm like, wait a minute. I've seen Victor and listen. I've
I was
seen
just thinking, what if they were brother and sister? You don't know.
right. That's the most romantic table in the restaurant. But I've seen Victor and Nick, Victor and Adam sit at that table. I've
Uh huh.
seen Jack and Victor sit at that same table. It's like, are you serious right now? Okay,
Exactly.
whatever. But I tried to play up that romance scene with Chelsea and Billy, and they was like, "We're not on a date. No, we're not on a date." And I'm like, "You're on a date. Cut the crap.
It's a date.
It's a date."
And when he said we'll split the check, I'm like, dude, you're paying for this. You invited her.
That's funny. Okay, yeah, we do gotta talk about that too before we move on to bowl. Amaya says that she felt bad Chloe and Sally troll Adam. Remember when Adam overheard Sally and Chloe talking about him and his name came up and they just I was like, yo, oh my god. Chloe gets on my nerve. Cuckoo Chloe.
Stop talking about sensitive subjects in public, ladies.
Thank you. I mean, if you don't want nobody to overhear you, hey, either bring it down a notch and make it your inside voice, like, yeah, you know what happened? Or go back somewhere where it's private, where you should talk about this. I mean, Adam, you're talking about the pregnancy. They don't want him to know about the pregnancy right now. So, which I disagree because I think she should
I
have
do,
talked to both of them.
I do too.
But if you trying to be quiet, why are you talking about it in the middle of the restaurant loudly?
With your outside voices.
Exactly. Girl, I'm so over Chloe. Chloe act like just Adam is the scum of the earth when you were the one that blew him up and shot him in the belly.
Right.
Cut the crap, girl.
Exactly. She's done some heinous stuff every day. She can't.
I don't know,
Well,
that
I
girl.
guess he killed Delia, so I guess she figures she can do whatever she wants. But
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Uh okay, and then we kind of briefly talked about the whole Jack and Diane thing, but they showed a lot of sex and romance with those two this week.
I've had plenty. I've had plenty.
Yeah, and then Kyle is like, I'm not feeling this. It's
Well, I
like,
mean, you know,
dude, worry
you're
about,
in the same house with your parents. Move.
yeah, get your own place. And then the other thing is
Yeah,
they grown. They grown.
yeah, that's right.
I mean, and Jack is, if he want to have sex with Diane in his house, that's his
He
mansion.
can do whatever he
He
wants.
can,
That's right.
as much as people don't
And
like
you know what
Diane.
would be funny is if Ashley came back and invited Tucker to move in.
Hey, that's another thing. Cause see, she got a lot of nerve. She's pissed off at Jack, and I know she'll be back in the next couple weeks from Paris, but
Mm-hmm.
she got a lot of nerve talking about Jack trying to be with Diane when she was sleeping with Tucker. Come on now.
Yeah, that was. Mm-mm.
Girl, if you don't go sit down somewhere and be quiet and take Tucker with you. All right.
Speaking of sitting down, did you see the cast photo? It looked great.
Oh God, it was great. I saw the video. I
Yeah.
think I posted it on my Instagram story. And you guys, listen, if you go follow me on Instagram, you can get to check out all little candid shots, even behind the scenes of some of the characters, some of their even personal things that they post and share with the world. I also shared on the Instagram at CBS Soap Dish Recap. So if you want to go over there to IG and follow us on all, I post over there every day. So in the stories and just regular posts, sometime reels, you can also check it out over there as well. So follow us over there. Also, if you haven't hit the like button, it's 50 people up in here. Hit that like button. Let everybody know that you are enjoying the content. If you have hit the like button already, thank you, thank you, thank you. We really appreciate it. All right. Dewan says Hunter King reminds me of Sharon. This new summer reminds me of Christine. You think so? What do you think?
Okay, so mannerisms, I can see how this new summer would remind you of Christine.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And hey, listen, I see somebody followed on Instagram. Thank you. And I won't share the name, but I did get the notification. So,
Yay!
yay!
Keep it going, y'all. Keep it going.
Keep it going. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. There's some folks in here that think Jack and Diane are cute. I don't.
I
You
mean,
listen. I don't mind it. They were kind of romantic, and but I just Diane
I,
is.
I admitted earlier that I felt a little bit of it today. I could see it, but I'm still loving the
Yeah,
hate.
I know you're not 100%. You're not sold yet.
Well, I'm not because it was like every single week there was another lie. So I'm just waiting for the next shoe to drop.
I know, right?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna go over the bold. Before we do, if you check us out, the link is right there. If you want some soap merch, tote bags, Crimson Light mugs, t-shirts. The link is right there. It'll also be in the description box, so you can go over there and check it out. And it ships discreetly and safely through Amazon. So yeah, you can go over there and check that out as well. All right, let's go over to Bold. And you know how I feel about Bold this week. Bold has been getting on my nerves. I am so over this Sheila thing. It's just ridiculous.
I am like the smirk, the way that she just walks into Taylor's office, walks into Forrester Christian. Nobody wants you there.
Right.
You weren't invited there. These people hate you. How dare you come into their work is home? How dare you come into their home? How dare you present yourself? And
okay,
just
Trish, let me do the summary.
Oh, sorry, man.
I'll do the summary and I'll let you rant. All right, Katie vows not to lose Bill to Sheila and is rocked when Taylor confesses to shooting Bill and to blackmail. Wait a minute. What did I do? Okay, I'll just keep it going here. Katie yells at a sobbing Taylor who details the night she shot Bill while Brooke and Hope tease and taunt Deacon. Sheila visits Taylor and urges her to forgive them both. Brooke finds Taylor crying, and then Sheila threatens Katie. And then Katie has a warning for Sheila. Sheila taunts Katie about being frail while Finn and Steffi have sex to relieve stress. Yeah. And then Sheila gets in Katie's face. Give me a little detail on what you thought about today's episode.
I mean, I just watching Sheila talk to people the way she talks to them after everything that she's done, the way she threatened Katie. I'm hopeful that the writers are setting her up for the biggest fall in the history of daytime television. I am so sick and tired of Sheila Carter and her popping up and turning up like a bad penny everywhere.
No.
Make it stop. I mean, sick of it.
Yeah, and here's my thing. You really done made Bill a mute. Because Bill is this pompous, he was yelling and talking crazy to Carter and all this kind of stuff, and then got with Sheila, he could barely get 2 sentences out. It's just like, if you're gonna put what would have made this story probably a lot more likable, with the energy that Sheila has and Bill's original energy, if them two stood, well, I should say, I was about to say 20 toes, but 19 toes down.
Or Bill, he could let her cut off his toe and they could then be 18 toes.
Right, they could be matching. But my thing is, this man is about to burn bridges to his sons, to his friends. He don't go to work. It's like, dude, who's running your business? Wyatt and Liam?
Wish they'd bring Wyatt and back as, on a regular basis.
Girl, I'm just I'm sick of it. I was excited when I saw Thomas this week. We only got to see Thomas one day this week.
Yeah, and they never even finished the storyline with regard to the designs that he did, or Hope was like, thank you for helping me see the light, blah blah blah, and then it was done. It was like, where'd he go? What's the resolution? What happened?
Somebody, you know what? I actually got a phone call about this. They asked somebody, one of my fellow soap fans contacted me and say, hey, did they ever come to a resolution on what they decided to do with Thomas? They didn't. They just dropped it. So Charlie kicked him out of the building.
Okay, that right there pissed me off.
I know, right? I was
Yeah,
like, and he was trying to explain that he was waiting for an answer, but
Charlie needed to take a seat.
Char- Charlie wouldn't. Charlie was like, he said, I'm like, what? It was just too much for me. Now I know last week we kind of got a little bit of that, but for Steffi, and we kind of talked about this last week, for Steffi to pretty much talk Hope out of
Hmm.
the whole thing. That's your brother.
Right.
That's your brother. I don't know. It was just that whole thing is just weird. I don't know what they're doing with the writing over there right now.
No. Mm-mm.
It's pathetic.
It is. It is. And as much as I like the fact that Taylor and Brooke have developed a friendship,
Hmm.
I have to tell you, I'm just going to be real blunt. Some of the people posting BS online is really getting old.
What are you talking about?
Are they going to be together? No, they're not going to be together.
Yeah, according to the sweeps, actually, and I'm gonna spoiler alert. And if you've probably seen my video that I posted today about the sweeps this month, actually Taylor is going to be introducing a new man to Brooke. So
Oh.
that's going to be interesting. So I'm wondering who she's going to connect Brooke. Now, somebody actually said that would be, but see, I heard that Ridge is coming back with somebody, and I think Dewan posted that at the beginning of this live that he's coming back with somebody named Delia. I've been hearing that.
Mm.
Where does that leave Taylor? Single and alone? So Ridge is going to come back with a woman, and then what? Brooke is going to have a dude that she go on a date with too. That leaves Taylor again with nobody.
Well, I mean, as soon as Sheila goes off the cliff, Bill and Deacon are both be available.
Do you actually think after the blackmail that Bill
No.
participated in that Taylor is going to want to be with him?
Well, I mean, stranger things have happened, right?
Yeah, I guess that's true. That's true. V Carter said that they want Taylor with Deacon.
I could honestly see that being a really hot couple.
Hmm. They also said they should have made Sheila blackmail Bill, and they could try to outwit each other, with Bill trying to escape Sheila's blackmail and Sheila finding more leverage. That would have been interesting.
But we still don't know the reality of what the heck's going on with these two.
I mean,
Yeah.
the thing is, they did it so abruptly. What I think is, I will say that that whole November sweeps with the CPS call and Taylor and Ridge's wedding, that was huge, and everybody was talking about it. The viewership was up. And
Hmm.
then when, of course, Ridge had to take some time away and Thomas was ostracized, then we got slammed with Sheila and Bill, and everybody's like, what is this?
Enough. Yeah. Makes no sense.
Especially after they had been showing us that she was with Deacon.
Right.
So it didn't make any sense. It's like, wait, whoa, 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 whoa. We've been seeing her dress up and clean up Deacon's house and cook and, get all sexy for Deacon. And then the next thing we know, she's with Bill.
Hmm.
That was just, I couldn't wrap my head around it. And everybody's pissed off about it. I can
Yep.
tell. I see it in the comments. Oh, this is getting boring. I'm starting to stop watching. I can't stand it. It's irritating. And it's like, it's usually I'm like, okay, people have their different tastes or whatever, but Bold is not, I'm not feeling it this week.
Hmm.
I'm just not.
Yeah. I'm not happy about the whole storyline, and yet I will still continue to watch.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch. Yeah, I'm gonna watch. Listen, we gonna watch and we gonna talk about it.
You know we are.
Yeah, and then somebody's Jenna. Hey Jenna, there you go. Grab. I was wondering if you were gonna pop in here, Jenna. Why aren't they talking about Lee and the fact that Bill is also blackmailing her? They did bring it up briefly, but they just left it right there. Because remember, Lee was gonna confess, and then they told her you're part of the blackmail too.
Right. Surprise.
Yeah, exactly. Um, why is it just all on Taylor? Let's see. Simone says Sheila should have manipulated Thomas. We all saw him lose everything: his child, hope, family, job. Yeah, you know what? The one said, "I wonder where Jack Finnegan is." They had been telling us for months that they were going to bring him back, and they never did.
Yeah.
Yep. So I didn't understand that. Jenna says there's going to be a triangle between Bill Deacon and Sheila. Yes, that's part of February sweeps. And yes, people have stopped watching. Fox need a soap. You know what? I've been finding other things very interesting, but they're on other networks. So I didn't know y'all were doing. Yeah, Jenna, we decided to do it today. Keisha got to work. And I know I got some stuff that I got to do tomorrow afternoon. So we decided to do it on a Friday evening. So, guys, let me know down in the comment section, would you prefer Friday night or would you prefer Saturday morning? So let me either see the word Saturday or the word Friday for which one that you prefer. Yeah, Jenna, we did Young and the Restless. We've been going an hour and 15 minutes now, but we just started into bold. So
But remember, it'll be hosted on the
YouTube.
podcast site, and also if you follow on Instagram, you can definitely find out for sure which evening, if we're going to do it in the evening or the morning, in case there's a special circumstance where we have to change it or where Letitia has to change it.
Yep. Okay, so I see so far Friday, Saturday, Friday. It's a mixture. One, two, three, 4 Fridays. And one, oh, look at that. Somebody, Nina said Friday, so I can have my glass of wine.
Yeah, I'm with you.
V Carter said Friday. Oh, God, we got a lot of Fridays.
Cool, cool. Now remember, Saturday morning's a good time to have a mimosa.
That is true. And usually Keisha, because we've done Friday nights before, we used to do Friday nights all the time.
Uh-huh.
And then we switched to Saturday. So I'll talk and see if maybe we can start doing Fridays too, or switch it up. Honey Smile says she's good either way, Friday or Saturday. Hi, Ron. Ron Julian says, would it be a great twist if Sheila was to report Lee and Taylor to the police and both go to jail for faking a death certificate and Taylor for shooting Bill and left him for dead? Hmm.
No, because I want Sheila to go off the cliff.
You so funny. You've been trying to get Sheila and Diane off the cliff for the longest.
I've been trying to get Sheila off the cliff since the first day she wound up back on the show. She came on, and I'm like, you have got to be kidding me.
I know.
Not Sheila Carter again.
I know, right? Um Jenna says, are we into Jack and Diane yet? We briefly talked about it. They look cute together, but we're not so sure about Diane. Something might pop out again on her.
I think there's more she's hiding.
Yep. And Linda says, I'm free either time. Okay, good. Well, I'm glad to know y'all like Friday nights. You know what? Lives can be great on a Friday night, especially if it's work is over. People do have stuff to do on Saturday morning, run errands and stuff like that. But on a Friday night, you can grab a glass of wine or a slice of pizza or
a pizza with the wine.
Exactly.
We can have both.
Exactly.
Unless you're under 21 in the state of Texas, and therefore you cannot legally drink alcohol.
Yes, we're not promoting underage drinking on this channel. So I just want to put that out there. You got to be legal.
Thank you for your consideration.
Exactly. Ron Julian says Kimberly Brown is on contract and she's not going anywhere. Yes. From what I understand, she's on a 3-year contract.
Yeah, but they can do and use whoever, however often they want, even if they are on contract.
That's true. Medora Bohannon, welcome. Read that Liam was the actual shooter and remember shooting Bill.
See, I want it to be that Taylor was covering for the father of her granddaughter. I really want it to be that she actually was lying the whole time about doing it to keep Liam out of jail because that's the father of her granddaughter. I wish that were true. I don't know that it is, but I wish it was.
Okay. B&B says, Dewan says B&B comes on right before GH, so it's perfect time for me. Okay. Um, Vinny says he's drinking his wine right now. And Medora said, I read that as well and put it in the comments a piece back. Oh, okay, so there's a sidebar conversation. Okay. What did you think about Trish with this whole back and forth between Sheila and Katie? What that tells me when Sheila showed up to Katie's at the Forrester Creations, that
She's
tells me
insecure.
she's insecure. Exactly.
She's insecure, and the things that she said to Katie were vile.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely vile, which is another one of the reasons that I cannot stand Sheila Carter. Who talks to someone who had a heart transplant like that? What kind of vile, disgusting character? And I know, of course, it's because it's in the script,
Right.
but what kind of vile, disgusting human would ever say that kind of stuff to another human being? How
Yeah.
evil, disgusting.
Yeah, that was crazy when she was like, you know you have a bad heart and you're too weak and you this and you that. I'm like, no, she didn't.
She did. Made me hate her even more.
She tried to tap into whatever that really, it's one thing when you try to see Sheila for the different things, but she really showed who she really was in that conversation.
Absolutely, she did. She has not changed. She will not change. It's disgusting.
Girl,
Off the cliff.
but the thing is, she tried to tap into anything that would tap into. Oh, she was looking for a weakness to exploit in her
She wants to hurt
emotions.
her. Yeah, she wants to hurt her. She wants to make her feel pain. And she even said that to Deacon.
Mm-hmm.
She told Deacon she threatened her. He's like, that's a threat. No, no. Yeah, it's a threat.
It's a threat. Now I gotta say, Katie held her ground until Carter came up in there, and then she was collapsing.
Yeah, she did hold her ground. I was proud of her.
Yeah, Sheila. She was trying to get under her skin, and Katie was standing 10 toes down, eye to eye, didn't flinch. Didn't.
And what's funny is Katie is a bigger person than Sheila, like physically. She's taller.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, man, I don't know.
Oh, hey, Janet. Welcome. I know you're late. I know it's a different day. So, yeah, I'm just glad you were able to get in here and catch us. Um, she told him that if Katie got in her way, that she would pay for it. Yep, that's a
Yep,
threat.
she did. It's a total threat.
Sheila is definitely the worst. Dewan says, I like when Carter showed up and made her leave.
I
Yeah,
like when Carter shows up anytime.
I bet you do. Nana Rob says Sheila really is crazy. You know, Trish. Yeah, that was directly for you. Um, Jenna says Sheila is going around pushing everybody's buttons.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Vinny says I haven't been able to watch because my puppy chewed the Wi-Fi. Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Well, I'm hoping.
I tell you what, they
uh
say when you get a puppy, you got to plan for like between $2,000 and $4,000 in damages for the first year to replace the stuff they chew, and they chew it because most like the shoe stuff they chew it because it smells like you, and they just want you. You can't get. It's so
Well,
funny. God, they're just so cute. You can't get mad.
oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad. Hopefully, you're back involved. Check out the recaps. I try to keep everybody updated, but yeah, that's poor puppy. What kind of puppy did you get? Drop that in the comment. I'm curious. Linda says, whatever happened to the rumor that Finn might be Lauren Fenmore's son? Mm,
Oh, I never heard that.
me
I
either.
totally missed that.
Me either. Honey Smile says, "What if Liam remembers he shot Bill, and that affects Hope getting full custody of Douglas?" Yes, because there will be a custody battle this month. That's also part of the sweeps.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Thomas is going for full custody.
Thomas is going. Oh, wow.
Yep, Thomas is going for full custody. The one said, "I hated Sheila since she shot Taylor and Brooke."
Yep.
Janice says, "Love all your uploads. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy them." We love Carter. Janet says, "Just like you, Trish."
Yeah, baby.
Jenna says she got a question about Bill. How is Sheila going out and where is Bill? That's a good question.
That's a real good question. I mean, is she like locking him up somewhere? As people online are like, is he on drugs? Is he hypnotized? What's the deal?
Yeah, because she says Bill sits around the house. He never goes out. He just stares into space. Does he wonder even where Sheila goes? Because why are you visiting Deacon? Your little sneaky link.
Right.
You know, I
She
mean,
she wanted pizza.
yeah, she wanted pizza, all right, girl. Okay. Because according to the
Sausage pizza.
according to the sweeps, the spoilers for this month, she's not going to be happy with the freedom that she has with Bill.
Huh.
And you know, when somebody wants more, they're going to, she probably wants to be with Deacon because she had fun with Deacon.
Yeah,
She's
she
only
did.
with Bill because it's a means to an end to keep her out of prison.
Yep.
So, yeah. Are they going to put Paris with Thomas? That's a good question. What do you think? Do you think they should put Paris with Thomas?
I mean, I don't know. I kind of sort of wish they would have just left Thomas alone and let him bond with his son and then have something happen. But no, they had to ruin it. So I don't know. I don't know what I want for Thomas right now. I don't want him to not have custody of his son, and I don't want him and his son at odds.
Yeah, me either. You
I don't
know,
know what else. I'm not sure. I mean, Paris is a beautiful woman. Didn't they try or did they not?
they hinted around, they Kim test him,
Yeah,
and
I
then it
don't know.
never nothing came from it. They had him obsessing over Hope again.
As long as he's not obsessing over Hope, I'm glad. I'm just happy. That's all.
Okay, so let me ask you this: what did you think about Katie finding out that Taylor was the one that shot Bill? She wasn't happy about that.
She was livid, and it was a pretty strong reaction she had. I mean, I kind of don't blame her. You know, he
Mm-hmm.
is her son's father, and Taylor is, the virtuous one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly, like
Mm-hmm.
she talked to Brooke today about, they have me on this pedestal, and it was yesterday or today, whatever day it was. My days are running together, but um, I, Katie's reaction was really, she was upset,
Yeah,
and
Jenna said that she overreacted.
yeah, I can see why you'd say that, Jenna. It was pretty harsh. It was pretty strong,
Yeah, I mean, she didn't know. All they knew it was a mystery. Only a few people
right?
actually knew who shot Bill, which of course was Steffi and I think Ridge knows, Brooke knows, you know, but they kept that secret for 5 years. That was in
Long,
2018.
yeah, that was a long time.
Now, if she truly actually shot Bill, because it's a lot of questions around, but just let's say for this conversation, Taylor actually shot Bill. I mean, you did it. Honestly, you did it. And they covered it up. They covered up a crime. So that makes them accessories to all of that.
That's
Um,
right.
the other thing is she didn't have to. And that's the part that, even though I didn't like the way that Sheila pulled that out of her,
No,
but she did try to take accountability of the fact that, look, I did this and I didn't have to. I overreacted. I
yeah,
thought that Bill took advantage of my daughter, even though Steffi repeatedly told Ridge and Taylor that it was consensual.
Yeah.
But she went up there and did it anyway because she was pissed.
Yeah.
So she was looking at the situation like, dang, you know what? I screwed up.
She did.
She did. And I had to, but, and I think in order for her, she got to get past that. And as a therapist, I would hope that she need to know that, hey, I got to take accountability because on the other side of that, I can free myself, right?
Right.
Brooke was like, "Oh, don't feel bad about yourself. You weren't yourself." I'm like, she got to process through that, Brooke.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, there's that thing called blind rage,
Yeah.
and it's real. People have experienced it, and bad things happen. It's no excuse.
Mhm. Yes, Ron. I did a video about that, Ron Julian, about Steffi shooting Sheila first in 2017. Yeah, and my thing, I'm surprised Sheila haven't brought. They haven't scripted that where Sheila brought that
I
up.
was thinking about that last week. Whenever this all, when we were talking about all that other stuff about, but that whole thing with Steffi shooting Sheila, and I look back at that and I think, golly, if you would just been a little better of a shot.
Oh my God. Listen, I didn't know where you were going to go with that
I
statement.
know you didn't.
I'm surprised because here's the thing. If they had to threw that in and Sheila told Sheila told Finn, your wife shot me first. I mean,
It was a flesh wound.
right, but still it could have been something that they could work with. It would have made it interesting because at some point those two gotta come together.
Yeah.
Finn and Sheila Carter. I guess they don't have to, but I would think that because she's going to continuously try to come for a relationship with him.
When they were talking at the restaurant when he walked in and sat down and started telling her what for, uh, I I thought what she told him about I always get what I want. I really that kind of talk.
Hmm.
You're literally threatening me that you're gonna have a relationship with me. Like
Right.
you're threatening me. You psychopath. What is wrong with you that you think anything positive is going to come out of all of what you've done?
Yeah.
And that I'm just going to be, oh, hey, mommy. Oh, I love you, mommy. Oh, you're so wonderful. But that's never going to happen.
Listen, I guess it's the same thing of trying to get close to Adam by sabotaging his job.
Thank you. It's never going to happen.
And Jenna said something here. I got a problem with them wiping the slate clean with Sheila, and it's hard for me to see how they can hold anybody else accountable.
Yep.
It doesn't make sense. Y'all face it, the writing for this show is off. It's all off. It is. I haven't been feeling bold for the last couple weeks or so.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
I'm just over the whole Sheila storyline, and I want to not have her in my living room but 5 days a week.
Well, I guess Dewan agrees with you because he wants Sheila to go off a cliff too.
Yay, Dewan, thank you.
Jenna says Sheila violates everybody. When you see what they did to Thomas and now Taylor, it's just strange that we get to see Sheila. Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. I
And
agree
I
with
mean,
that.
Thomas's stuff was mental screw stuff. What Sheila's done literally almost killed people.
Mm-hmm. What did you think about the little dinner? I mean, the little conversation between Brooke and Deacon, because
Uh,
she was trying to figure out if he had a new woman in his life. If he only knew. I mean, if
yeah,
she only knew.
yeah. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen when Hope and Brooke find out about his dalliance with Sheila, because quite frankly, it's just ugh. But yeah, I thought actually that was a good scene.
Yeah, I mean, I like Deacon lately. You know what I'm saying?
I do too. Yeah, yeah.
He's a funny guy. He's kind of
Mhm.
cool. He's kind of chill.
He
But
doesn't want to be a bad person, you
no.
know.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Nope. Um, What do you say when you see Taylor? Jenna said they're trying to make crazy normal. Yeah, they are with the whole Sheila
There
thing.
is no making that level of crazy normal.
Exactly.
Yikes.
Let's see. Wait a minute. That was interesting. Y'all know they're gonna find out. Helena says, "Why not let Brooke and Taylor have an intimate moment?" A lot of people thought they were. It was just some very interesting scenes, the way that they were holding each other and they're looking at each other. So a lot of people actually thought something was going to happen.
But
So
they're not lesbians. Like, it's not going to happen. They're not
right.
going to test waters. This is not going to happen.
Hmm.
It is not a romantic relationship. They've literally become two sisters.
Yeah, and so that's why, like I said in the sweeps, um, Taylor is going to introduce a new man to Brooke and they're going to go on a date. So I just want to know who this guy is.
Me
Obviously it's
too.
got to be somebody new on screen.
And we
Um
haven't seen any comings and goings, Cummings part.
yeah, V says that they should get a new love interest for Deacon. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, there's just something inside me that just says that Deacon and Taylor could be really hot.
Deacon and Taylor. I mean, it's possible.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But she deserves somebody good who will pay attention to her. But then again, you don't want that whole Brooke background again and that whole sloppy second stuff. I mean, yeah, somebody new is good.
Yeah, and the other thing is that's Hope's father too. It's just,
Right.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, yeah. I changed my mind.
Um, that cute doctor that Bill bought for Lee. What cute doctor? You,
Oh, the doctor that came to the house to Bill's house to check on Lee when
oh,
she was found in the alley.
oh,
Who was
maybe that'd be cool. Bell screws with Taylor too much. He never lets her be happy.
that? Never.
Dewan says, is Felicia Forrester coming back? I've heard people saying that, but I haven't seen anything
I haven't seen
in
anything
stone about
concrete.
that. Yeah.
Uh-uh.
I don't see him giving her a love interest. Yeah, it don't look like it. I like
Huh.
V said I like Deacon and Taylor. They have good chemistry and both are healing from heartbreak.
Yeah, that's true.
That would be kind of cute. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that. Vinny said no, it's not gonna happen, but something needs to happen.
Maybe we need to send Taylor a package in the mail with no labels on it.
I know, right? Wait a minute. Okay, so I'm wondering, somebody's coming. That guy, I don't know. I just something just popped up on my phone about a guy coming to the show. So I'm gonna do some investigating to see if that's the new guy before I say anything. Or the one that's supposed to be dating Brooke.
Yes.
All right, so Finn and Steffi decides that they wanted to have sex to relieve stress about Sheila. I'm like, to me, that was a filler scene.
It was a filler scene, but I tell you what, if that's a good way to relieve stress, count me in.
Listen, and you know what? Did you notice something that we should put in the history books that happened in
They
this?
locked the door.
They locked the door.
I thought about you when he said that. I was like, oh, she's going to be so happy they locked the door.
They locked the freaking door. They never lock doors on this show. How many people done walked into Bill's house?
Right?
How many people done walked into Steffi's house?
And Bill has a security gate to the driveway, for crying out loud.
I know, right? There is no way that Sheila Carter, the last time that they were making out on the couch, there is no way that Sheila Carter should have just been able to walk
Mm-mm.
in the
No,
middle of a thunderstorm,
I
just
know.
walk in. That was
But
crazy.
Bill said that he took care of the security, so he paid him off. He
Oh
just
my
pays everybody
goodness.
off.
Yeah, well, they should have locked the door. even if
Yes,
the
they do.
security wasn't there.
Yep.
But yes, I was happy about that. They finally locked the door on the show. Jenna, yes, we did Young and the Restless in the first hour. We've been going for about an hour and 40 minutes now. So if you want to replay it after it's over, you can. Um, let's see. What am I missing? Some people like Deacon and Taylor, and then some people did thumbs down to Deacon and Taylor.
No,
Now,
don't do
somebody,
it.
Helena says, bring Quinn back to get with Deacon.
I love Quinn, but she shoved him off of a cliff. I really want Ridge to come back with Quinn.
Really? Well, they did
I
make,
really do.
they had a little bit of chemistry.
They did have chemistry.
Yeah. You know what? I wonder if Quinn was still on screen. Would she? What would she would say to on the Bill and the Bill and Sheila thing? Because everybody was stopping by.
I think she would. I think she would be the one that would just be so blunt and so heartless and just cut it with a sword, with that stupid sword around his neck.
Hmm.
Uh, he would be a frontal assault on the two of them together, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think?
I miss Quinn. I mean, and they could. Why don't they just recast her? Now I like Rena Sofer, but if you're gonna keep a Quinn character, what do you think?
I mean, I think isn't the reason she left is because the storyline kind of dried up for her and Eric, and there
Well,
wasn't really
you
anything
know
going
they
on.
listen. They botched that. One moment we saw
Big time.
Carter and Quinn kissing in the office, and then a month later,
Yeah.
Carter came back and said she left me, and Shauna talking about, oh, just get over it.
Yep.
She would slay the.
Was
Oh, Jenna says that Quinn would slay the dragon and flatten Sheila.
absolutely agree. I love her. In fact, Quinn, remember when Quinn slapped Brooke after Brooke slapped Shauna? I mean, that was the slap heard round the soap world.
I know,
That was
right?
the best slap scenes in the history of daytime television. It was exceptional.
Veronica J20 said it's gross seeing Bill together. And I saw your other comment on the video saying that you just cannot stand Sally, period.
Who
So,
can't stand Sally?
Veronica Jade. Uh,
Oh,
uh,
I love Sarah.
the writer said that he didn't have any more story for Quinn. Okay, Jenna. Gotcha. You know what? They can write what they want to. She, like Jenna
They
said, they can't believe it.
exactly. Talk to us. We will tell you how to write for Quinn.
Exactly. Vinny says that I would like Riz to come back with Shauna. What do you think about that?
Okay, now that I understand why you're saying that,
Hmm.
but the character of Shauna is not as dynamic as the character of Quinn. Quinn is so multidimensional and so brilliant, and Shauna, I love Shauna, but Shauna's the sidekick.
Yeah, pretty much. Um. Okay, so Honey Smile says that I want Quinn to come back to Bill. She understands Bill more than any of the women on the show, and we might get a part two Sheila and Quinn fight. That would be great.
That could be so good. I would be here for that with bells on.
Honestly, Quinn, Rena Sofer playing Quinn to Bill. Oh, that would they were perfect. I don't
They
understand
were
why they
hot.
didn't put them two together in the first place.
I agree.
They had the one sex scene where they ripped the room apart, but that was it. Um, Jenna says I wanted her to go after the jury line. That would have been great. I wanted to see the divorce happen. Forget Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. Chris Rock, Quinn and Brooke is where it was at. Oh my goodness.
That is truth.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Helena says Quinn and Bill or anyone. I'm sorry I can't stand Sally. There's a comment. Veronica says, I mean, not Nana Rob said, Veronica, I'm with you. I don't like Sally either. Jenna, that would be so hot. And Veronica says, Bill and Sheila has no chemistry. They don't. Bill and Sheila,
No,
it's just like they just threw somebody together and say, here you go, act it out.
I still think that the writers were playing Mad Libs when they wrote this whole storyline.
I don't know. That storyline is just, I'm over it. I mean, it was pretty weird at first because I'm like, oh my God, where they're going with this. And now it's just like, I'm done. I'm over it. Can we do something
Yep.
else? Which is why I'm looking forward to that custody battle.
Yes, that will be very interesting to see how that plays out.
Hmm.
Because, they, Hope and Liam and Brooke, they can all say what they want um, about Thomas, but they literally gaslit Douglas
Hmm.
and tried to make him think he didn't see what he saw. And then
Exactly.
when he told him he wouldn't not think he saw what he saw because he knew what he saw, then they tried to get him to keep it to himself.
Right.
Thomas did not do that in that manner. Thomas just told his kid, look, you don't understand. This is adult stuff. Douglas didn't know that Brooke had been needling and needling and needling and needling Thomas the whole time. Saying, you don't deserve your son. You shouldn't have your son. Da, 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 da. He belongs to Hope. He belongs with Hope. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, she literally needled him into doing what he did. Now, I'm not saying what he did was right. What he did was absolutely horrible and heinous in every way. But Brooke played a hand in it.
Of course. Yeah, she went over there to that house. He was cutting up an apple, and then she started that whole narrative about he's
Mhm.
dangerous. I saw him
Dangerous.
cutting the apple with a knife. It's like,
He had
girl,
a knife.
listen, by the way, Brooke, I cut an apple with a knife this morning. I even used peanut butter with that same knife. Okay,
Oh
so
no, that is so dangerous. That peanut butter could be slippery and you could lose traction and drop that knife on top of somebody.
oh my God, it was just overkill on her part. And I'm like, really, Brooke?
Hey Brooke, remember when you got too drunk to take care of your own kids and you slept on the side of the road and Stephanie and CPS had to come to your house? Remember?
Yeah, that's why I didn't like that whole condemnation
Never.
meeting of the board members
Or
throwing
right.
mud at Thomas one by one, and then Ridge and Steffi is just like, yeah, like give me the biggest box of mud to throw.
Get a mirror.
And I'm thinking like, Ridge, you're part of the problem of that whole thing because if you had opened your big old mouth
Yep.
to Brooke and said, hey, what is this about a CPS call? It would have been done and over with. But no, you tell me the truth. You got to be honest with me. And she like, what are you talking about?
Yep.
So, and then you were the one that ran off to Aspen after Taylor. So
Yep.
that's on you.
That's right.
So he needs to cut the crap trying to be so sanctimonious and self righteous on his own son.
Sanctimonious is the perfect word for that situation.
And then as for Steffi, she's running around trying to make it look like, are you sure you want Thomas here? Look at the things that he did to your mother. It's like you wanted your mom and your dad back together too.
Yep.
So you participated, and remember when Brooke called and you didn't want to give your dad the phone and all that old kind of stuff. So, it's just those two are it's ugh. I'm
Yep.
getting listen, I can't even get it out. It's so crazy.
I know, because let adults live their lives and stop meddling in other people's affairs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, did we cover
Then we wouldn't
every
have a show.
you're so funny. Did did we cover everything?
I think so, but I think we did.
Um yeah, I'm trying to see, make sure cuz most of it was about Sheila this week
Yeah.
and the threats. Yeah, so yeah, anyway. And then of course Katie and Carter was talking about how they love each other, so
Yeah.
mhm. Jenna said we were gypped out of that story.
Yes, we were.
Thomas is the talent. Yes, he is, V.
Yes, he is.
Jenna said, I'm going to tell y'all that I still want to see Ridge and Taylor put some closure to what he did to her. Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Talk about leaving somebody hanging.
Yeah, absolutely. Because he should apologize to her.
Yep.
All right, girl. Let's go ahead and do our flip the script segment and our who's taking a seat. So, for those that are new or haven't catched our lives, and this is your first time here, our flip the script segment is if there is a particular scene or storyline that we wish we could change, that's where we flip the script. And our who's taking a seat this week? Somebody that really got on our nerves, did something stupid, didn't make sense, and you need to tell them to go sit down somewhere. That's what we had them take a seat. So, who you got for the Young and the Restless this week? That you're going to flip the script. What scene you got this week?
So my flip the script for YNR is going to be when Diane was telling Summer about her and Jack getting closer. And Summer was sitting on the edge of the couch listening to this nonsense and kept her composure. And I really wish that that storyline would have had Summer stand up and say, I'm watching you. I know exactly who you are. I've watched every move you've made. It's been the most calculating thing I've ever witnessed in my entire life. My mother was right about everything about you, and your time is limited, so enjoy it while you can. And that would have made me very happy.
Okay. And what you got for your who's taking a seat on the Young and the Restless?
So on The Young and the Restless, I'm definitely going to need for Phyllis to chill. I
Mm-hmm.
need for Lily to chill, and Jill too, for that matter. And quite frankly, Jack needs his head examined. So that that's what I've got. Oh, Victor and Kyle too.
Okay, got you. For my flip the script, it would that whole scene with Summer and Phyllis, where
Mm-hmm.
Phyllis just dumped
Oh,
that all in her lap about her going to Portugal, and I'm gonna need you to keep an eye on Daniel, and you can't say anything about anything because he don't know that I'm going. I'll be like, no, 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 mom. I understand you're my mom, but you don't get to tell me to keep your secrets.
no.
So either you going to tell Daniel you're going to Portugal, or I will.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be in his business anyway. You don't know what happened.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, because she dumped all of that on to Summer, and Summer was just left there looking like a deer in headlights. Like, did she just really just do this to me?
Right. That was
So
something
yeah,
else.
I would have definitely changed that. And then who's taking a seat? Cuckoo Chloe.
Yep.
Chloe got on my nerves this week with regards to the whole thing with Adam. If you don't want nobody to hear your conversation, which we said earlier, don't have a outside voice in a public restaurant.
Yep. Exactly.
Um, and then let me think if there's any because you had a whole list of folks. You had
I did. I tagged a lot, didn't I?
yeah, you put Lily in there too, didn't you?
Yeah, but I think we both said early on
You
that
know
that was definitely.
what? I gotta throw Tucker in a seat too because he shouldn't have said what he
Yeah.
said to Daniel.
Yeah.
He was really trying to get up under Daniel's skin by letting him know that his mom went to Portugal.
Yeah, that was underhanded in the worst way.
All right, so what you got on, and then there we got some flips in the comments. So let's go to bold, and then I'll read some of the flips in the comments. What you got for bold?
Okay. So my flip the script for Bold and Beautiful is going to be oh gosh. Um oh okay, where Sheila was talking all that junk to Katie.
Hmm.
I mean, where was Charlie? I really wish, he literally kicked Thomas Forrester out of a building with his name on it. And Sheila's just standing there.
Exactly.
Where's Charlie? Why wasn't security called? Like, why are they not taking her by the arm and just throwing her out onto the pavement? Where is that storyline? Why is she just getting away with this?
Hmm.
My take a seat is going to be, I mean, Sheila
Of
Um,
course.
just be a speed bump because I'm over it. Uh, check- I need Bill to take a seat on the couch,
Hmm.
and yeah, I guess that I'll let you have the rest.
Okay.
What are your thoughts?
So if I had to flip the script, I would have had Taylor do what Katie did.
Yes.
So Katie maintained herself when Sheila was trying to attack her with all of those insecurity statements or whatever she was trying to do. Whereas when Sheila had a conversation with Taylor, she got in her head and Taylor showed it.
Yeah.
So I would have wanted Taylor to be firm, look her eye to eye, and once she walk out that door, then fall apart.
Yeah.
But don't give Sheila the power to know that she got in your head.
Right.
So I would have changed that. Now, who's taking a seat on Bold? Charlie taking a seat.
Please.
Charlie, you running a Forrester member out of the building. All right. I mean, and he was there. They knew he was there. They knew he was there. He was waiting on an answer. You didn't want to hear it. However, you were nowhere to be found when Sheila was threatening Katie.
Nope.
So yeah, Charlie, you get a seat, and I'm gonna have to, send you home without pay for the rest of the day.
Yes. I am with you on that one. In fact, we're docking you a full week for kicking Thomas out.
Exactly. And then got the nerve to crack a joke about Carter cutting cheese. Remember that?
Yes.
He called him Little Cheese.
Oh no, that was so wrong.
And then he was like, "What do you mean by little cheese?" And then he said, "Well, Steffi is big, big cheese, and Ridge is the other big cheese." And then he's like, "Well, do you want me to just cut the cheese?" And I'm like,
That was so bad.
that was so bad. And then Katie just closed and rolled her eyes. I was like, "Really, writers? That's all y'all got?
Yep.
Y'all got
That's it.
Charlie cutting cheese?" Okay, whatever. All right, let me read some of this stuff and then we're going to kind of shut it down for the night. Um, let's see. Jenna says, I think Nikki should have gone after Jack and told Chance the truth about what Jack did. Interesting. Honey Smile says Devon her flip the script is Devon leave Hamilton Winners and buys Tucker's company before the Newmans get hold of it. That would be great.
That's a good one.
I would want Devon to get Tucker's company over the Newmans.
Yes.
I like that. Diane needs to take a seat. She's getting ahead of herself too much.
Yep.
I wish Adam would have stayed longer at Sally's door and would have found out that Sally was pregnant. Yeah, that was in today's episode.
Hmm.
I totally agree about Tucker. He's a snake. Honey Smile said, take a seat, Victoria and Lily. Both are just pitiful and need a man to make their characters interesting. V Carter said his flip the script is Adam should have stayed long at the door to hear the pregnancy. Jenna says when Sheila went after Taylor, I wish that Taylor would have been stronger and turned the tables on Sheila instead of letting get into her head. Yeah, that's what I was kind of saying. That's my flip the script. Taylor should, yeah, exactly. Linda, just remember where I seen the rumor about Finn being Lauren's son. It was the Daily Celeb Star spoiler maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, but your videos are the one I trust. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Jenna says this is how Brad Bell writes for Taylor. It makes her furious. Yeah, Taylor always gets the short end of the stick.
Every time.
Honey Smile says flip the script for Bold. Ridge threatens to send Bill to jail for throwing him off the helicopter or let the Taylor blackmail go. That's a good one.
Yeah, I like that.
Either you drop the blackmail on Taylor or I put you in jail for throwing me out of a plane.
Yeah, because Justin's not your best friend anymore, and he might speak up now.
That would be great. And then Vinny said Bold just needs to take a seat altogether. Charlie should take a seat. Paris needs to take 2 seats. Helena said that. Charlie sent him back to baking cookies with Pam. Veronica said Bill and Sheila break up and save my eyes from burning.
Right?
That's funny. Vinny says Charlie need to go fishing with that fishing pole he got for Christmas. I
Yes.
forgot about that fishing pole with the what was that, mistletoe?
The stupid mistletoe.
And then Veronica says Sally need to take a seat just because she's annoying. Yeah, I can see because
Aw.
Sally. Yeah, Sally is. I mean, I like Sally, but her choices is just.
But even every time she tries to do something the right way, somebody's screwing her over. I mean, she literally had a business meeting set up with Jill that she worked hard to get the appointment. She and Chloe were ready to go. And here's Victor ruining everything behind the scenes. Why can't he just leave her alone? Why do you have to beat somebody when they're down? You already fired her from your company, you old coot. Leave her
They
alone.
say you old coot.
I did.
I ain't heard that word in a long time.
I
Hun-
happened to catch an old Beverly Hillbillies the other night, late at night. And somebody said, "You old gooch." I was like, "That's a good one. I like that."
yeah, yeah. That's I haven't heard that. Oh God, I ain't heard that in years. Jenna says Sally need to go tell Adam. I agree with that.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does.
Honey Smile says, "Where is Justin? Steffi could have called him. Really? Yeah, he. I mean, seriously, where is Justin?
Right? I don't know.
Justin knows more information about Bill than anybody.
Yeah, come on, writers, listen up.
That was because of Nick's big mouth. Nick needs to shut up.
Yeah,
To me, Sally was just what? Just at I don't know, like seeing a typo in there. He don't need to tell Victor every. Yeah, see that whole thing was
yes,
Nick's fault.
it was.
He was so busy trying to keep the pregnancy quiet that he ended up giving up the whole Jill meeting thing. Yeah, he all he could have said was, you know what, Sally's going through a lot right now. I can't talk about it, and we just gonna leave it right there.
Exactly.
But no.
Right. Blah,
Um,
blah, 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 blah. Too much information. Blah, blah, blah.
Major Boyce, hey Major, was saying that I was hoping that Sally would get pregnant with twins, one Nick, one Adam. I've heard of that.
It's happened.
Yep, I've heard of that. The one says Nick is using Sally. Really? You think so? Oh, well, I guess what, to stick it to Adam? I don't know. Paris and Nick need to
Has
get
real
together.
feelings.
Huh?
I think Nick has real feelings for Sally.
Yeah, but they keep okay, so that whole conversation.
Honey, there
That
is no taking it slow now because you're
yeah.
in the lane.
Yeah, that whole conversation between Nick and Sally today, they was like, well, let's not talk about us and we're taking it slow. And it's like, dude,
That
y'all
ship's
got
set.
this is serious.
Yep.
And see, that's the problem. They were way too casual with this thing when she was trying to do goodbye sex with Adam. And then you
Right.
turn around and Nick decided that, well, I know my brother just slept with her, but I want to stick my fishing pole in the water too.
I mean, seriously.
Girl, and who said it? Jenna says Nick is in competition with Adam. Yeah, and it's like I ain't gonna say that word.
Yeah, yep. Mm-hmm.
I'll just say pissing competition.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, that whole I mean, Nick needs to say, and as a good brother, since you're giving out information on your father, why not say, look, Sally, you need to talk to my brother about this too.
You have to tell him you're going to show very, very soon.
And Nick and Adam is going to wonder. I
And
mean,
Alex doesn't miss a thing. He's very keenly aware.
mm-hmm. Yep. Honey Smile says once Nick finds out the baby is Adam's, he's going to go back to Sharon. But see, Sharon and Chance are getting close, according to the sweeps.
Yeah, I still don't know how I feel about that.
I don't see the connection there. I think they're cute as friends.
Yeah, I just think that I mean, what they're going to do, what they're going to do, of course, with the characters. But I just look at it as his partner was Ray. This is like, well, like Adam and Nick. This is like your brother from another mother. You can't be with Sharon. I mean, it just. I mean, come on.
I know, right? It's like, oh,
Oh,
I don't know. I mean, that's what happened when you run out of characters.
when you don't have exactly,
I mean, you
it,
still got Tucker. They could have did something more with the Jeremy Stark guy.
exactly.
There's two guys right there.
Yep,
Mm.
eligible.
Yeah, except that Audra's getting what she's getting. So,
Mm, right.
yeah, Veronica Jade is saying Thomas and Paris are cute together. I wouldn't mind seeing something there. What do you think?
I'd be there for it.
Okay. I think she's having thoughts about this and Nick hovering. Nick is always hovering.
I mean, he turns up. It's like I don't know. Why don't you just ask her to move in?
Something. I mean, it's like every time he looks up, he's at the door, and then when somebody's not wanting, he just walks into the room. It's like, can you wait till somebody say, "Come in, please"?
Right,
He
and
just
that,
walks in.
and he's been reduced to an errand boy at this point.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Somebody said something about Sheila getting caught with Deacon. Vinny on bowl. Sheila's gonna get caught with Deacon. Ooh,
I hope so.
ooh, that's gonna be good.
Explosive, because Bill hates Deacon.
I know, right?
I mean, he considers Deacon like the gum on the bottom of a shoe.
Man. Jenna said call first. They should. Yeah, they should. Nick is a pain. Yeah, he just shows up, and then like when Chloe tries to keep him from coming in, he just blow past her.
That was really rude.
Very rude. So, all right, you guys, we are going to end this one again. If you haven't, on the way out, hit that like button. Also, if you want to support the channel, the information is there. The Cash App information is there. And also, we do have the super chats open as well on well, the live is pretty much over. So, no super chats. But if you want to also take a look at some of the merch, it's there as well. And the link will be in the description box if you want to check that out. Follow us on Instagram. I'll talk to Trish and Keisha about looking at consistently being on Friday nights. We'll see, because a lot of us have different schedules and stuff like that. I know you're going to be out next week, right?
Next week, I will be celebrating with my husband. We're getting a beach house in Galveston, and so we will be unavailable next weekend,
Okay.
Friday through Monday.
Okay, so we know we won't have Trish next week at all.
I'm gonna miss y'all.
They're gonna miss you too, Trish.
Oh, I love y'all.
Yep. So, is it cold down there? You getting some snow?
No snow in Houston, but Dallas, Fort Worth area got snow. There was some frozen roads north of us, pretty far north of Houston. Dallas is about 4 hours north. But we got down to, I want to say like 38. So while I would say that's really cold, to you, that's probably not cold.
Oh God, we had 5 degrees here
I
this week.
can't imagine.
So I'll
Right now
take
it's 41.
yeah, I'll take 38 and 41 any day right now.
Yeah, I'm not complaining actually. I swear, I actually used to hate the cold, but I'm enjoying this little cold snap. We needed it
Okay, and
because we
yes.
get killed mosquitoes every year.
Oh, Jenna says she's gonna miss you next week.
I'll miss you too, Jenna.
All right. Thank you guys. I see all of the thank yous in the chat. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And we're going to go stay tuned for the spoilers for the week of February 10th through February, what is that, 14th? Wait, the 3rd? No, sorry.
13th,
Back it up.
17th.
Today is the 3rd. So
Oh,
the 6th through the 10th.
10th.
I'm sorry about that. And then if you haven't checked out the February sweeps for both shows, for the month of February. They have been uploaded, so go check that out. Follow us on Instagram. And until the next one, we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.